Hi, my name's Aaron. I'm with Fleetistics, and I came across an interesting bill that has been proposed that would exempt small commercial vehicle transportation companies, CMVs, that have less than 10 commercial drivers to be exempt from ELD. And I thought that was rather interesting. I do understand it. If you think about the administrative support, the training, the back-end support that's required for ELD, and you think about the independent trucker who may not exactly be tech savvy to begin with, having to deal with the back end as well as learn this new technology for ELD to be compliant, and then make sure that information gets to where it needs to be with FMCSA, that becomes a major logistical problem for small businesses as well as independent truckers. So I understand the plight of those groups, but I also understand that it's just not fair to let the small guy off and then only hold large trucking corporations accountable for the ELD technology and compliance related issues. So it's an interesting situation. I hate to see independent truckers suffering through when they're out of compliance or their record gets messed up because they forgot to do something and then they got to go figure out how to straighten the whole back end out. I understand that, but the majority of the drivers are these independents, and unfortunately this whole thing came about, and FMCSA has stated that they expect to save 26 lives annually as a result of the entire ELD program, which to me is kind of ludicrous that you would impose this much stress on an industry, and expense on an industry, and that expense has got to get passed to the consumer. So in essence, ELD is a tax that is going to be put on everything that's moved by truck. So there's a lot of conversation that needs to continue. Ultimately abolishing ELD is a realistic option. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not in the near future. They're still kind of touting the benefits of ELD. Let's see if it saves lives, and then maybe this whole thing will come back up for discussion after a couple years of looking at the data and really realizing that this whole thing is a huge effort, but it really hasn't changed the trucking industry to make it that much safer overall.